Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Wildcats will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Georgia Southern Eagles offense takes the field for the first time today. And there he is, a man who's not only been around the block, but threw a few linebackers in his day, ready to start another season.
And it's so nice to have guys that have been through trials, have been through the fires, have been through the challenges that you know you can trust, and that's what you got with this senior.
And because of that, David, he's a leader in the locker room. A lot of the young guys on this team look up to him, not just because of how he comports himself off the field, but on the field as well. Make no mistake, he's got to make plays this season for this team to have success.
Georgia Southern in a hurry. They'll throw on 3rd and short. It's complete on the right side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
The Wildcats offense will take the field for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. Now the play fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Pulls and fires complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. He's looking to throw. Gets open down the middle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Jet sweep to the receiver. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Fires to the big fella. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Comes out throwing on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He's looking to throw it. He looks that one in nicely. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll set up to throw. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Oregon was anything but dominant today, but the Ducks are going to leave Autzen Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. On second down, wants to throw it. Trying to get to him. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. One of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Lexington. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They're bringing heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Extending the play. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He's got great speed. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. He wants to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. He's going to pass. Caught. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the Wildcats will move the sticks. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. 2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. It's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. They're looking to pass from the red zone. They're trying to get to it. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Kentucky right back to the line.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now down 9-7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Looking to throw for it. Finds his tight end. That ought to be enough to move the chains and give Georgia Southern a 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here's the handoff. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Kentucky Wildcats will take over 1st and 10. Trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Wants to throw on 1st down. Coming after it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Pressure coming. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He's taking a deep shot. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow, figure out who they are, get better as the season goes on, and your dream's still very much ahead of you.
And the sky's not falling right now. You're just 0-1. There's no need to panic. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. What you got to do is go back. You got to watch the film. You got to be honest with yourselves. Where could you have made better plays? You got to limit the penalties. You got to limit mistakes. This team is talented. They've still got a lot to play for. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out next week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.